Hi everybody, it's Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. I've got some things here that I am going to be testing with my gold and silver testing kit. These are acids, so I am wearing gloves. And some of these things I know are gold, some things I know are silver, and others I'm not so sure. Either they're not marked or they've got a mark and I'm not sure about the mark, and I want to make sure before I list them that I know what I'm putting in my description. Also, I've got a couple things here that I meant to test with my Presidium gem tester yesterday and I forgot. So at the end I'll pull out the gem tester and we'll test those. So I've got the links down below if you're interested in getting an acid testing kit of your own. If you're selling jewelry online, it's a really good idea. I also have my loop to find different marks. I have my magnet to see if the item is magnetic. If it's magnetic, it's probably not going to be gold or silver. Rare cases, which I have never come across, when actual gold or silver is magnetic, but I haven't come across that. And then my stone to test on. Alright, so I'm going to first separate these by silver and gold, and then we will dive in. So get your stone, get the piece, find a spot where you can make a mark without damaging the piece. And I like to make one line going across like so. Okay, I've got that. And then what I do is I line things up so I can test multiple things at one time. So I've got these bangles, and so I'm going to go ahead and test those. First, let's get our magnet out. Make sure nobody's magnetic. And even though some of them don't have a mark, this one does, I want to go ahead and test them because stamps are cheap. So I don't want to sell a sterling silver bracelet and then find out, oh, it was a fake. So I'm going to look for a spot on this. And these are hard for me to sell because I love bangles a lot. So we'll see how it goes. So I found a spot. I'm going to make a line here. And then I'm going to line it up so I know which comes first, second, third, etc. So this is, I've got this Greek key design. And then a lot of times you'll see, you'll get used to the color that it comes off as on the stone. And if it is a different color than you're used to, then you might think, oh, look, this one looks a little more brassy. This one, however, doesn't have a mark on it, and it's more kind of a gold tone color. But that just shows you, when you see the mark, you're like, oh, I don't know about that one. Another silver bangle. Again, you see the change in color there. So these ones are most likely silver, and then I've got a couple that are probably not. Okay, so I've got these all lined up. Hopefully I can keep them straight. So what I want to do when I'm testing my silver is, because the stone is black, so the kit does come with a silver test, but it makes the line turn like this dark red color, and it's really hard to see on this stone. What I usually do if I'm going to use the silver acid is that I've got a white tile, and I use the back of it, not the slick side but the porous side, and then I can really see if it turns red or not. But since we're using the black stone, I'm going to use the 18 karat gold acid because it will turn the silver line into this kind of milky whitish silvery blue color. So I'm going to zoom it in a little more so you get a better shot of that. So here we go. I'm going to kind of slide these down, trying to keep them in order so you can see. Alright, so first up is this one. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take the acid and I just run a line straight down like so. So you can see pretty quickly the ones that are changing into that milky silvery blue color. Alright, so we definitely have this one that is silver. Okay, so I'm going to take that and put it to the side. I've got my second one that was definitely silver. My third one, silver. The fourth one I had was this right here, and it is not, as you can see, the color of the line is different too. Next up, this one was silver right there. The next line was this bracelet, which was not silver, obviously by the line color. Then we had this one, which is silver. And finally, this last one, which looked silver, but is not. So what I want to do on these three is double check them. I'm looking on the inside for any kind of mark. Now this one I don't think is going to be any kind of silver or gold. I don't see a mark. And the inside coating almost looks painted, but I'm going to go ahead and test it anyway. Why not? Same thing with this one. I'm going to go ahead and pull out, because this I'm surprised. I thought this one was going to be silver, and it did not turn out to be silver. And then this one, I don't know. The inside's kind of tarnished, so I was a little surprised on that as well. So now we're going to repeat the process with these earrings, which have silver on one side and kind of goldish on the other. This silver charm. This necklace, I want to check the pendant part and the chain. Same thing with this necklace. The chain is magnetic on this one, but the pendant is not. And then this is a ring that I tested with the stone the other day, and the stone turned out to be like a glass stone, but it is set in silver, so now I want to check to make sure it really is silver. So when I use my loop to look down at the marking in this earring, it says Italy 585, which means that it's gold. So it may be this part that's gold, and it may be this part that's gold. So it may be silver and gold, or two different types of gold, because this part is more of a yellow, and this other on the back is more of a white. So I'm going to go ahead and try it and test it out and see what we come up with. I'm going to test both sides. On this one, I'm going to do the charm first and then the chain. Same here, charm first, then the chain, and then the ring. And now we'll test with our 18 karat gold solution. Remember, the first one is the front and back of this earring, which we think is, since it's marked gold, it's probably gold, but we'll check it anyway. All right, let's see what we have got here. I'm going to zoom in and we'll talk about it. So as you can see on this earring, both sides, it's disappeared. And you might be asking yourself, but you said it was gold, but it's not 18 karat gold. 585, I believe, is 14 karat gold. So we're going to double check this earring front and back with the 14 karat gold solution. So we're going to set those aside with the gold. Next was our Asian character charm, which you can see that milky silver color, so that is silver. Next up, we have the pendant and the chain for this necklace. So you can see both of them have tested as silver. And this stone I'm going to come back and test in just a few minutes. The next one right here is the pendant on this necklace, which I'm also going to come test. There's two separate stones in there. Then there was the chain on this necklace, which was not silver. And then finally, this ring with this stone, which I want to test again because it tested as not even registering as glass. And it tested this ring as silver. So now we're moving on to our gold pieces. Again, I'm going to scratch the front and back of this earring. And it has some stones in there that we'll test as well when we get done. So there's the front. There's the back. Next are these gold earrings. And these are marked 14 karat gold as well. Now you could test the loop, the hoop, and the post on this one, but I'm going to go ahead and just test the hoop part. This is a ring that I recently got, and it looks like it might be like a copper, but when I shined it up, it started looking kind of goldish. So we'll test it just to see. I don't think it is, but we'll look at it. I think it's more of a copper, but we'll see. Okay, then I've got this pendant and this chain. Let me get my magnet. The spring on this one, as you can see, is magnetic, but it may just be the spring that is inside the hoop, the little clasp, because the chain itself is not magnetic. It keeps catching that. I think it's just the spring inside. And then this is not magnetic. And I do see a mark on the back there. And the mark on the back of this heart is 14K. So we're going to check the chain and the pendant on this one. So here's the pendant and the chain, which is definitely knotted up. Now remember, stamps are cheap, so just because it's got that on there doesn't mean that it is for sure what it says it is. And then lastly, I've got these two little ear crawler kind of cuffs that I thought we would try testing out. Why not? They're not magnetic. I don't technically think they're gold, but I thought, well, let's try them just to have something to compare. And then the big one. Oh gosh, just the sound of it. Oh, it's like nails on the chalkboard. Okay, so how I start this is I start with a 10K, even though probably if they are gold, most of them are going to be 14K, but I'll start with a 10K just so you get the idea. What should happen is when I draw the line, if it is gold, then the line, you will still see it, unless it's like 9 karat or something like that that's below a 10K. So let me zoom in and we'll take a look. So as you can see, let me scoot everybody down. Scoot down, everybody. These two are still there underneath. You can still see the line underneath for this earring, for the front and the back. So that's good. We're going to test it with the 14K next. The next earring is this hoop, and we can still see the line underneath that one. So that one is at least 14 karat or better. Next was this ring that I said is probably copper, and we are looking at the line that has disappeared. So this one is not gold, even though it's cute and fun and definitely vintage, maybe even antique. The next one that we tested was the pendant on this necklace, and you can still see the line under there a bit. And then the chain as well, you can still see that line kind of underneath there. I might try to get the mark a little bit darker. And then on these two ear crawlers or ear cuffs, line is gone. All right, so let's zoom it back out and take a look at what we've got left. So I'm gonna try to get this one a little darker on here so we can see it a little better when we do the 14K. All right, so here's our 14K, and I'm gonna zoom it in so you can see it a little better as I do it. So on the first three, you can see that that line stays put. That's for the front. That's for the front and back on this one, and for this hoop earring. All right, so let's go down now to this one, which is marked 14K. If I can flip it over, flip over. This necklace and pendant. So the line has kind of disappeared a little bit over there. Makes me wonder if it's just fake. That chain is really good though. So let's see what it does when I put the 14K on the line over here. Let's see if it vanishes. I'm gonna put that 10K back over on the side and see. Maybe I just didn't have my line dark enough. Over here, let's see. Because the line's staying put now. I think maybe I just didn't have my line dark enough. Okay, so that is the 14K. So what happens next is if you're still trying to figure out what carat your gold is that if you put the next carat up, which would be the 18 karat in this case, it should vanish because it's not 18 karat yet, which is what we saw happen earlier when we tested this one with this for silver. See, it just totally vanishes because it's not 18K. Let me put it down the middle on this one so you can see it. Yep, totally vanished. Now it's taking over the rest. All right, so this one is 14K. Yay, okay, so I'm gonna test this stone as well. All right, we're gonna knock out one more. We've got a few things here that may be, but probably are not. So I'll start with my 10 karat gold. Make that line. Let's take a look a little bit closer on these. And it looks like everything else that I tested here. I tried them out. Not gold, not gold, not gold, boo-hoo. Not gold, not gold, and not gold. All right, it's worth a try. All right, so I pulled this out because I had a few stones that I thought we might as well test. This one has a little black stone in there, so let's find out what that is. These gold earrings had these stones in them, so it might be nice to find out if they are diamond. We're gonna try this one again. I tested it yesterday, but we're gonna see. This is set in 14 karat gold. Chances are it's just like a Swarovski type crystal, but hey, could you imagine if it was a diamond? Oh my gosh. And then this one, I'd like to find out if it's like a white topaz or something. And then there's some teeny tiny little green stones that we can check. They're probably peridot, but we'll find out. So this is the Presidium gem tester. I've done a few videos on this, but I'll link it down below if you're interested. So first I'm going to calibrate, make sure it's calibrated. Yes. Then I'm going to test the glass. It should fall there for glass. It's going over a little bit, so let me recalibrate. Okay. Make sure it goes all the way back down. Glass. Okay. So now let's take this one, and I'm going to, if it hits the metal, it's going to make this screaming sound, so apologies. So that little stone looks like it's falling in the garnet range. I'll have to get a closer look at it. So it might be a really dark garnet in there. We're going to test these little stones in this earring. I'm hoping it goes all the way over here to diamond. Here we go. So chances are they're just some little crystals, even though they're set in gold. All right, we're going to test this one again. I still was really surprised it didn't register yesterday. Yep. It's falling right in that glass range. No, it's not even registering. Barely. Next up we've got this big stone, and then there's some little ones in the top part. So first we'll do the big one because it's easy and big. So it falls in the aquamarine and tourmaline, but then it also falls where it's a quartz, citrine, and amethyst. So, I don't know. Are there really clear aquamarines? I'll have to do a little more digging on that. Okay, and then now I'm going to check these little green ones, which I'm guessing are going to go where the chiroprase, emerald, and nephrite are. And I know I always say that word wrong. Alright, so here we go. This one might be a little bit of a doozy to get a hold of. And yep, it falls right there where it would for a peridot. Beautiful. So I'm going to have to do a little learning about this one. And then this one also set in 14 karat gold with this heart. Let's see if it's a crystal and really just pretty, or a diamond and like really pretty. And it's falling kind of in the glass area. I figured because a diamond this size would have more than probably 3 prongs holding it in. So it's glass, but that's okay. It's still pretty. Probably some Swarovski crystal or something like that. I hope you enjoyed this silver and gold testing video and also the gem testing. And you can find links to everything I used down in the description box below. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.